So with part 1 done, let's go and do part number 5 might be the best one to go next. So click on File, New, Part, OK. And then we're going to go up here and we're going to, I'm just going to change the settings so it looks better on the data projector. Let's change it as well. So I'm going to change, going to go and create a sketch on the front plane. So again, left click on front plane, click on the little sketch icon. The next thing I want to do is I want to create a center line going through the origin. So center line going through the origin. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line parallel to the origin. So I'm going to create a line. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to draw a line straight up. Okay. Then I'm going to come over and I'm going to come to the right of that. I'm going to draw, click again. And I'm going to come straight down. I'm going to click again, and then I'm going to come straight down and click again and go back to where I started. That is the profile I'm drawing. Okay. Now the next thing you do is need to go Smart Dimension. So I'm going to go Smart Dimension, and we see that this line is 100 millimeters in diameter, but to the center line that'll be half that, so that'll be 50. Okay. This is from here to here would be 40 millimeters because it's 80 in the dimensions and it's 40 there. The height of this line from here to here, sorry, that's a mistake. The height of that line there is 10 millimeters. Type in 10. Okay. And then the distance from here to here is 30. Okay. And then what we have to do now is we just literally have to go and we have to put a relation in here now. So we've talked about dimensions, but we haven't talked about relations. So I'm going to click on this line. So I'm just first of all, I'm going to press escape on my keyboard to make sure I'm not in any active command. Then I'm going to click on this horizontal line. I'm going to hold down Control on my keyboard, so the bottom left hand corner of my keyboard, the control button, and I'm going to click on the origin. So now I've selected both those entities. So I've selected the origin, it's blue, I've selected the line, it's blue. And I'm going to go up to here and I'm going to add a relationship, and I'm going to say that they're coincident. The coincident means that they sit on the same plane. So coincident. So click on the green tick there. That now has pushed that up, and now that lies in line with that origin the whole time. Okay. Now the last thing I have to do is I have to put another Smart Dimension now over here, and it's from the center line over to this point here, and that is going to be 60 diameter, which is 30 radius. That now is my ring. So if you can imagine part 5, we're just looking at the bottom left hand corner of 5, and you can see that that's the profile. Then we'll go to Features. I'm going to do a new command here. Instead of Extrude, I'm going to select Revolve Boss Base. And the line of axis of revolution, so axis of revolution, I've selected line 1, it automatically selects it. And I'm going to click on the green tick. Okay. Now if I didn't select that line, I could select this line, and that'll be the shape. Or I could select this line, and that'll be the shape. So it's just about using the lines that are there to create geometry. So it's sweeping it around or rotating it around, and you can see that one profile can create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 different shapes. But it's all about where it's revolved around. So we're going to revolve it around the center line. That was the purpose of drawing the center line. So we're going to click on the green tick, and that is the collar ring, or part 5 is the dish support, it's called, dish support. Okay. So that's that. Now the next thing I have to do is I have to create a sketch on I'm going to create a hole over here and drill it into it. Okay. So the hole is parallel to the right plane. So it's parallel to that plane, so we have somewhere over here at the back. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to go to Insert, I'm going to scroll down to Reference Geometry, and I'm going to select Plane. So we had 3 planes there, but I'm going to create a new plane. I'm going to insert a new plane. So I'm going to go to the wee arrow here. You can see the Feature Manager tree has moved away because there's an open command. So I want to click on the wee arrow and below the part name, and I can now find these 3 planes of reference I used to have previously. So I want to select the right plane, is the first entity, and I'm going to select the second one as being reference to that. So I want to have it that it's at 90 degrees to the right plane, that it's tangential to this outside curved surface. And I'm happy enough with that, so I'm going to click on the green tick. So now I have a planar surface to start sketching on. So I'm going to click on that left click on it and create a sketch. Again, I'm going to start with a center line. I'm going to go through the origin, draw the center line straight up, and then I'm going to draw a circle. The circle is going to be here somewhere. Okay, it's going to be mid plane. Okay, so center there to there would be 15. Okay, 15 millimeters. Okay, it's going green for me or going yellow for me because I have already put a midpoint relation on it there. So when I drew that circle, let's go back and do that again. When I drew that circle, I put my mouse down here and I roll it down until it went to that yellow dot. That yellow dot means it's actually going to be right in the center. But it's smart to mention that, and the size of this hole is 10 millimeters. Okay, it's 10 millimeters and it is 12 millimeters thick. So we'll go to features, extruded cut, and the depth of the cut will be 12. Check out the green thing. That is that. The last thing to do is, second last thing to do, sorry, is to hide this plane. I don't want that plane shown. So I'm going to right click over here, and the wee eye that has a line through it means hide. Okay, so there we go. Alright, and then we're going to change the material. So right click on material, edit material. Again, we're looking for a chrome steel or a stainless steel. So chrome stainless steel, apply, close. Then we file, save as, and save it as dish support. It's part number 5, dish support. Okay, and that's pretty much that.